let's go over what I spent this week as a 40-something-year-old corporate girly that would like to retire in 8 years but has no retirement savings. I'm $100,000 in debt. $85,000 of that is student loan debt, and $14,000 is in credit card debt that I'd like to pay off at the end of this year, but I don't know how to do that because I don't make enough money. In this video, we are actually going to go over what I spent this week, like I do normally on Sundays, but also we're going to do a little special edition of the video dedicated to my update on my credit cards, because I made a couple payments with this extra paycheck like we talked about, and y'all will be pleasantly surprised, and I think it might be actually time to update the intro to the video. I am so excited, y'all! But first, we're going to go over what I spent this week, so let's dive into that. As a reminder, I am a 40-something-year-old corporate girly. I live in the Tampa Bay area. I make $75,000 a year prior to taxes. I bring home $2,150.59 after tax. That's my take-home pay. I have a car. It's paid off. I'm single. My kids are grown, and I have a cute dog. And I think that's everything about my life right now. I am also stockpiling questions. I saw some questions that were really good in the comment section of the last video I posted on Friday. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Leave a comment. We're going to do a Q&A in the next coming weeks. So you can leave a question here or go watch that video and leave a question there in the comment section. I am always open to answering almost every single question as long as it is respectful. If you're going to go crazy, you will probably get called out. I love to be a little bit messy. Why not? Okay, like I said, I bring home $2,150.59 after tax. I got everything that I need for the week, minus this shelf-stable milk that I like to get at Whole Foods. So I will have to pay for that, but I think it's like $4 or $5, if that. I don't know. I don't remember, but it's delicious. So I need to go Whole Foods and get that. But I got everything else I need for the week. I spent $88.78 on that, on groceries. I did go over budget for eating out, but me and my daughter were tired and we were taking care of a newborn baby basically still. So we ate out twice yesterday, tax and tip, everything included. I spent $103.40 for 2 meals for both of us out. I put $75 on my Truist credit card, and then I put $600 on my Citi credit card. I spent $34.20 on gas. And I spent $10.28 on miscellaneous items, like I'll pay $2.99 for my Apple storage, paid $4 something for parking, and I put air in my tire because we had a sudden change of weather from summer to fall, and my tire pressure was a little low the other day, so I had to put that in there. So all in all, I spent $911.66, which leaves me with $1,238.93 until next pay period. And again, I don't really have any bills that are coming out of this paycheck. Oh, I did forget to tell y'all, out of my last paycheck, my last and final payment for Mercury car insurance came out of $287.33. I should have just included it in last week's weekly countdown because it went into last paycheck. It didn't come out of this paycheck. So forgives. We'll do better next time. I am still learning. Okay, so now let's go over my credit cards. Let's give a little update to balances and everything, and I'm so freaking pumped. Again, we started this credit card journey with 2 credit cards. I had a Discover credit card of about $6,300 balance and an interest rate of 23.24%. And then I have a Truist credit card with about $7,000 balance and an interest rate of 10.4%. And every time I was trying to get ahead on my Discover card, I could never seem to get ahead, even though I was putting money on it every time I got paid, which is bi-weekly because I'm a salary employee. And I was like, okay, something's got to give. So I decided to put my big girl britches on and transfer the Discover card balance over to a 0% credit card. I did try to get a 0% period with Discover. I tried everything. The only thing that they would offer me is like 6 months, 0%, and there was some kind of fee. And I was like, no, it may take me longer than 6 months. I don't want to be stuffed into this thing. And the fee was crazy. There was a loan that I could get and I applied for it, and the interest rate was like 15%. I was like, okay, no way. I'm not closing my Discover card because don't want to close a credit card down. That would be bad for my credit. But I'm going to transfer this balance and not worry about Discover because I can't. So I ended up going to Citi and transferring my Discover card balance over. I did have to pay a 3% transfer fee. So I ended up with a balance of $6,466.23 once I transferred it over to Citi. But I got 21 months of 0% interest. So I've been steadily throwing money at my 0% interest credit card so that way I could just be done with that one. I'm kind of doing the snowball method of where I'm working on the lower balance and then going towards the higher balance. And now that we are super getting close to having this Citi credit card paid off, I am going to start looking at another 0% credit card that I can transfer my Truist credit card balance over and get that taken care of. And then we will be credit card debt free. Someone mentioned on my TikTok earlier today why instead of putting all this money onto my credit card to pay it off while it's in the 0% interest period, they were saying, why don't I put some of that money into my high yield savings account instead? I think they were trying to say, like, you don't need to throw all your money on to your credit card to pay off the balance. You have 21 months. Don't worry about it, kind of thing. And I was like, okay, I get where you're coming from, and that might be a smart idea. I'm trying to think money-wise. I'm not the smartest money-wise, obviously. That's why I'm in this situation. And I was like, I don't know, maybe that's a smart idea, but I'm already down this rabbit hole, and I have been in debt for years. I've been in credit card debt for years. Actually, last year, I paid off a credit card balance of like 10 or 15,000, somewhere in there. I can't really remember. On what credit card is that? Starts with a C, I think. Oh my gosh. Chase. I believe a Chase credit card. And I paid that off last year. So most of the last 4 years, I've been in somewhere between $30,000 and $40,000 worth of credit card debt almost. And I couldn't take it anymore. So when I paid that off, I was laid off. So I didn't want to use any of my extra funds to pay off any more debt. I needed that to live off of. And so then when I got the job that I have now, I was like, okay, mentally I'm in a space where I can go back to paying off my credit cards. And that's what we're working on now. And I just was like, I can't. I need to get rid of this debt like as soon as possible. It will free me up mentally, emotionally. I won't have as much anxiety, even though I feel like I have released a lot of that because I was so much more in debt and I'm so much less than I was last year that I feel a lot more free. But at the same time, I just want to free myself from the shackles of the credit card debt life. Mm-hmm. If I can get past this, I will be eternally grateful. So we did put $600 on it earlier this month on the Citi credit card, and that brought our balance down to $3,836.22. And then we just put $600 on it again yesterday. I did that, and now my balance is $3,236.22 on my Citi credit card. And Oh my gosh, we're getting closer to being to the 2000s. I'm so excited. I still have to get paid from YouTube, so we will make another credit card update this month with that. So overall, on my Citi credit card, I have a difference of when I started to where I am today of $3,230.01 that I have paid down on my Citi credit card. Now, the balance has not updated on my Truist credit card, but I started with a balance of $6,958.75 when we started this payoff journey. And I think that was in July when we started this journey. And earlier this month, I did make a payment and the balance is at $6,566.57 after I paid $127 earlier this month. And then I just made an extra payment yesterday right along with my Citi credit card. I put $75 onto my Truist credit card. The balance hasn't updated. I'll probably update you guys in the weekly bank account audit next week on that balance, and we can chat about that a little bit. But overall, I added up the balance that is currently on my Truist credit card and the balance that is currently on my Citi credit card, and we are less than $10,000 that we owe, y'all. We're at $9,802.79, and I am eternally grateful. I am thankful. I am elated. I am excited. All of the feelings. Scout's also excited. If you can't see her down here, she's going cray-cray. I cannot wait. And that's why I think I need to update the intro to my video, because now I'm not $100,000 in debt, y'all. I'm only like $95,000 in debt, roughly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I cannot even believe it. I have so many goals and dreams. So when we get done paying off these credit cards, there are so many goals and dreams that I want to work on financially with the money that I've been throwing at my credit cards. I basically have been throwing $700 between both of my credit cards every single month for the last few months, and I want to be able to put that into my high yield savings account every month so that way I can save up for all the things. Like, I want to have a bucket in my high yield savings account for Scout for all her vet visits. I want to have a bucket in there for travel, car maintenance, anything, birthdays and Christmas, and just like to have a savings in there for emergencies, life emergencies, beyond what the little amount of savings that I have in my checking account, which is about $1,500 is what I normally keep in my checking account about. So I'm really excited that we are now out of the 10,000 bracket and we're into, I guess you can say, like the 4-figure debt for a credit card instead of 5 figures, minus the pennies that are on there. I feel like I can sleep better and I can rest easy. I know I don't have as much credit card debt as somebody else, but I am just so grateful for everything that is happening for me in life right now. Like, I have a great job. I'm paying off my credit cards. I am way less stressed, and I feel like I'm noticing and feeling the stress like release every time I make another payment. I can see my balances decreasing, so I cannot wait to see them at 0. Stay tuned to see what credit card I decide to choose to move my Truist credit card over to. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to get another Citi one or what. I already have a Discover, Truist, Citi, Chase, like, I'm not quite sure. So we're going to find a credit card that we can move it over to that we are going to get at least 12 months of 0% interest and a small balance transfer fee. And we're about to mosey on over to that. And get rid of this crippling debt that I'm in. We will have to figure out something with the student loans eventually because I'm not making any payments on them currently. I did apply for forgiveness 2 years ago, but all of that's being wrapped up in the Supreme Court, so I don't know if I'll ever get student loan forgiveness. I do want to look at bankruptcy for those or something, If I have to pay them off, then I have to pay them off. But that is also the next goal, is to try to figure out where I can go on those once I get this consumer debt taken care of. Okay, thanks for hanging with me. I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!